abs just separated. Your organs have completely shifted in your pregnancy for a baby to grow. It's not just gonna, we're not Jello. We just don't go and snap right back. Just drink a smoothie. I don't know what I'm doing with my channel, but if you're new here, I'm 23 years old. I had 2 under 2. They're 15 months apart. When I got pregnant with baby number 2, I was still a very postpartum with baby number 1. I was 7 months postpartum, and I am 6 months postpartum. He had his first solids today. It was so sweet. I am of course gonna actually like show you guys my body, talk workouts, what I've been eating. My period is still not back yet. I am exclusively breastfeeding, so that might have a little bit of play into it. Stretch marks, diastasis recti, loose skin, your uterus, pelvic floor, how my body even was like right away, and then like up till today. I'll show you guys some pictures that I took on my phone, all the different things that go into play. So that's what, oh, your boobs, that's something that changes. It's like 10 o'clock, and Grant and I just worked out just like an hour ago. We've been working out together, lifting some weights. I really want to just like learn about my body. I fell so deeply in love with my body for the first time ever in my life via like through pregnancy. Way more in love than I ever would have like thought. I never was interested in like the anatomy or anything like that. Could care less. So now that I don't want any more pregnancies, I really want to like learn about like the health of like my body for myself, but also for my boys to have that like baseline knowledge, understanding to make like workouts like not in like health in general, like healthy eating, just taking care of themselves, not a hard task to do, but just like it's part of life, it's part of living. Like they've just like grown up seeing their parents do that. So I would really just love to like give that to them. I've always wished to be a better like eater and just healthy and living a more like overall lifestyle. So I'm really interested in like learning in that process now. It seems like such a huge like mountain to climb. Like you look at like fitness people and it's like that there's so much to learn, like food and micros and then like how to do correct form and all those stuff. Like it's so much and it's so daunting and intimidating, and I don't want to go to a gym or anything. It's just too intimidating for me. But I tell myself, if that's their natural passion, that makes sense to be like that advanced, like that interested. And like for me, I got very naturally interested in pregnancy and like birthing without an epidural and like just like labor and like just all those different things. And to someone else that's brand new to it, they might be like, whoa, that's a huge mountain, that's so daunting, but it naturally comes, and if you're interested in it, blah blah blah, you learn it. That's what I'm hoping that happens with my body. And so we got a scale. It's freaking cool. It teaches you more than just your weight. Like the old scales that just, you know, show a number, I never used to weigh myself because a number doesn't show all the other numbers that actually matter. But this is like a smart scale. It has 4 metal pads, so you have 4 places of contact when you're stepping on it, and it tells you like 17 different things about your body. So I weighed myself this morning and it was the lowest I had been. I'm gonna give you guys numbers. It said 128.5 this morning. That was without clothes on, like I hadn't ate anything yet, like it was right when I woke up. And then I just didn't, it was like 130. Pretty much what it's like been at. I haven't like, it's been kind of the same for a while. 132.7 is what it was, which I've kind of been like wavering on like 134, 130. I don't think I've ever been 133, 132, 131, 130, but this morning it said 128. So anyways, that's just a number that has 17 different things: body mass index, weight control, weight without fat, standard weight, subcutaneous fat. I still have a lot to learn. That's okay though. Visceral fat and metabolic age. The red things I believe is like not very good. So like that's high. Grant and I were like so interested in this. Like when we first got it, we're like, oh, let's like compare our numbers and see where we're at. Maybe not so good. It's just visually so beautiful, and you guys know how I am about the looks of things. It's just minimal, clean, and seriously such a beautiful scale. The white, everything about it. It's so easy too because it connects to the app on your phone. You don't even need to have your phone like right there and connected. It'll go straight to your phone, and then you can do it in the morning, and then later when you have time, when you're breastfeeding, you can slide and see like where your stats are at. Oh, and 2 people can be on it. Like Grant and I both can use it. We can get fit together. This Heaster that is 25% off again. You are not defined by a number. It is not one number that tells the health of you. So there's a lot more into it, and this guy will help you get on the right track. Right before my wedding, I think I worked out for like a month and a half, and I actually went to the gym, got a gym membership for that, and then I stopped the gym membership, so that was great. That's what I started like my pregnancy with Weston at. Then I did not work out my pregnancy with Weston. I did not work out postpartum with Weston. Second pregnancy, I did not work out, and then I finally first worked out now at, I was like 6 weeks postpartum in like a few days, or I think it was a few days before I turned 6 weeks. Regardless, it was around the 6-week postpartum mark, and I did the Chloe Ting ab workouts. Now, be careful with that, because if you have diastasis recti and you do ab workouts, it can obviously separate it even more. Learn about that. I like at home self-assessed myself, and I did not believe I had diastasis recti. I still don't believe I did, and I was cleared to work out and do some abs. So look into that. Okay. I did the Chloe Ting workouts. I've told some people, like if you follow me on Instagram, I've shared that in my Instagram stories, and people have told me that they did that and that it hurt them and it was like hard and that I didn't prepare them for that. So that made me feel a little bit better, because when I first did the ab workouts, it's just like a YouTube video. It's literally like 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes, so you can do it. When I first did it, I was like, I am so weak. Like, it was so hard to even get through it. But hello, I literally, my whole body, just like organs, literally moved around. My abs, they're together, and they literally, like, that's the thing, you guys, your abs are together and they literally separate to grow a human. Like, how? So of course my core was so weak, and there's certain things you shouldn't do. So again, look into it when you are working out abs fresh postpartum. Look into it. Okay, certain things you probably shouldn't do. I worked out straight for 6 weeks straight, and then around the time we both got, I don't know if I can say it, COV, Grant and I both got that, we stopped working out for like a month and a half to 2 months, I think. Like, we didn't do anything, so then we had to like get back on the grind. Like, that was really hard to like redo it, but now we have been working out like 4 days a week, which is very manageable, for about an hour each time, and we got like a squat bar and like weights and all of that, and we're following a program that he does. I don't even know if it's like the greatest for like what I'm wanting to do, because I am wanting to lose weight. I am wanting to get back to a more manageable number, or not even like the same number, because I want like tone and I want muscle on me, but I don't know. So I'm just doing that with him to build some strength, because I am a very weak little string bean noodle girl. I was doing so well with my water intake. Oh my gosh, with pregnancy I did so well, postpartum I did so well, and then like a couple weeks ago I saw some mold, black mold, in my water bottle. I was so disgusted, threw it away right away. I felt like so dirty and like grossed out, but someone, a friend of mine, told me that that's happened to her multiple times, and that happens. So anyways, I haven't like drank water since I don't have that jug anymore. So I need to get a new jug so I can drink water well. Grant and I make smoothies every time after we work out. We're getting MCT oil to put in it, but what we do is, it's what Julia and Hunter Havens do. She got it from the Body Love book. It's 0 sugar, the peanut butter, or it's a nut butter. We do peanut butter or almond butter, and it's like just that, like it's literally just peanuts. It's like roasted, like just peanuts. Spinach, flaxseed, or you could do chia seed, protein powder, cup of fruit in there. Julia does ice, we don't. Unsweetened almond milk, and I believe that's all in MCT oil. We just placed a huge order on vitamins. 6 weeks postpartum, I was like, I'm gonna meal prep, I'm gonna have chicken, I'm gonna follow a path. Grant and I don't eat bad in general, but I could definitely do better. So yeah. Stretch marks. Yes, I got stretch marks. I got stretch marks with both boys. Not too bad, but I do not care about stretch marks. I've talked about that last time. I really don't care about stretch marks. I never once put on like, well, not once, I have once before, put on like a lotion when I was pregnant, but like it's not something I bought specific for, I even thought about, I even planned, like I just didn't care with either pregnancy. So with Weston, I got them on my inner thighs, my outer thighs, and on my boobs with Weston. Okay, so my first pregnancy. Second pregnancy, I got them on my inner thighs again, Not my outer thighs, but I did get them like up higher on my hips is where I got them. I will show you. And I did not get any on my boobs. Going into my boobs, I feel like size-wise, like they say they like grow a whole bunch. I don't think growth too much. Maybe I'm just like used to it, and after like they deflate, I'll be like, oh, like maybe they did. When I was pregnant, even like my boobs didn't change. They just more so got fuller. I don't think my capacity of milk my boobs is very much like a lot. When I pump, it's like little amounts, and I just don't think mine hold that much milk, honestly. The difference in them are they sag, duh. And when I was pregnant with Weston, I would tell Grant, like, enjoy my boobs now, like they're never gonna be the same again. And I would like tell him that, but really I was telling myself that because I didn't care about stretch marks. I never had, before Weston, had any body image issues. My boobs, I thought that once they changed, I was like, I'm probably not gonna love that. The one side, I have a, why can't I think of the word, a slacker boob. The same slacker boob for my first, the same slacker boob with my second. And so this boob produces more milk, so it is saggier, it is lower hanging than my other side, and that's okay. But after Weston, like the side profile is like, it's just like flatter, you know, like the side profile. Not right now because I'm breastfeeding, so they get full, but I'm assuming they're just gonna get more saggy and stuff. But it's so funny, I've sent my friends pictures. I like cover up a bit, but I've sent them pictures, and because this side gets more milk out, they're uneven. It's okay, it's normal, and I'm on my second kid now, so I'm kind of like used to it, and boobs are just beautiful and perfect, and it's okay, and they're all different. They don't need to be fake perky lovers. But I am young, so I guess, I don't know. I'm getting better with it. It's okay. It's okay. I had like a little side note to mention. Positive affirmations I love. For our kids, for our babies, for us, for our mental sanity, I do love positive affirmations. Now, I don't really get down on my boobs right now, maybe because I'm breastfeeding, but I do see possibly once I am done and they are just really different, I could see that possibly happening. Your boobs provided perfect food for your baby, like very individualized. It was even if it was 1 day, 1 hour, or not at all. Your body grew, it changed, it grew a human, and it's gonna change even with age, even if you've never been pregnant, it changes. But with breastfeeding or pumping or whatever, it made very specific food created by you for your baby. Like the baby you grew, your body did that, and it is so special and like specific for your own baby and their needs if they're sick or whatever, and your body did that and your boobs did that. So that can be a constant reminder, and how much I've loved pregnancy and everything, and this should most likely be our last baby. So once I am no longer breastfeeding, however long that journey goes for us, I want to just remind myself of that. And also because my breastfeeding journey wasn't like the best, I'm so thankful. Like 6 months, I'm so freaking proud of myself. Loose skin for me is interesting. I definitely have loose skin that's not all nice and tight, but it's like a different kind of loose skin. I think your uterus is like back to normal size around 6 weeks, I believe. Now around like 3 months postpartum, so it was well beyond 6 weeks, I had to go into the OB because it wasn't a cancer scare, but I had something that I kind of like was, is this just normal postpartum body? And I sent it to my friend, not even thinking anything, and she's like, yeah, I'd go get that checked out. And I was like, what, really? Like, I didn't think that dramatic. And then I sent it to my other friend, and she was like, yeah, I would go get it checked out. So I'm like, okay. Then I waited on it because I was just like, I don't think it's anything. And then I ended up getting it checked out because it remained, and she didn't think it was anything like that. But she did check my uterus, and again, I think I was like 3 months postpartum. It was well past the 6-week mark, and she said my uterus hadn't went back to the normal size. She was like feeling there, and she even like showed me it hadn't returned back. So yeah, they're usually, I believe, back in place at 6 weeks, but mine was not. However, by now 6 months, I would assume it is, but who knows. I still do have that mom pouch, so I will show you that. Belly wraps, I got, I did like a belly wrap kit with Wesson. It was like a 3-way thing. I only used the first one. It hurt. I hardly used it. It cut into me. It was really cheap, so I didn't go that route this time. This time insurance sent me like a postpartum garment. So it like comes up really high and then they're like shorts and it comes down about like right there or so. And I wore that like on and off for the first like 2 weeks or something. But it's not like a suck-in like shapewear. I want shapewear. I asked for it for Christmas, so maybe Grant's getting it for me. And I should have mentioned I didn't have a C-section because that's going to go into play with different body things when I show you my body, I believe. So I did have it, my baby, vaginally. I know they make some postpartum garments for C-section and postpartum garments for natural, and you can have postpartum garments for vaginal deliveries, and that's what the insurance company sent me. It's a medical thing. It's very tight because, again, your abs just separated. Your organs have completely shifted in your pregnancy for a baby to grow. It's not just gonna, we're not jello, we just don't go and snap right back. Like, no, everything's moved around, so it's gonna take some time. And the first week or so, it is sore. I would wear it to sleep some night. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily, but I would. And one night I didn't have it on sleep and I was laying down. I've told the story before. I was laying down, Jet made a noise and I hurried up to go like get to him. And it hurt so bad, like I had completely pulled something. So move slow if you were fresh postpartum, and those garments are a medical thing. Right after having him, I felt like so good. I feel like no matter what you almost do, you have all those like adrenalines, like the love hormones. What is that? Oxytocin? I don't know. I just felt like so awesome. Like my belly just so big and it just like comes down and it's so beautiful that big. I freaking love pregnancy so much. I'm not even gonna get into it because you guys know. I felt so good like in the beginning there. The 2-month mark with Weston for me I think was the hardest because it's like you're not fresh postpartum anymore. Not much change happens for me with breastfeeding. It's a whole nother thing. It was kind of just like a gray area. Like people might like be looking at you and be like, didn't you have a baby like 2 months ago? Like that's kind of a long time ago. Like, and like how Melina Ciciotti has said before, pregnancy is viewed as so beautiful, and then right after, like the jelly belly and stuff like that, they're like, ugh. Or even 6 months out, they expect you to be like that. And some women are like that, and that's amazing and beautiful, and yay for them, and that's awesome. That's what their body is, or they've been taking great care of their body, or whatever it could be. And even if you are taking amazing care of your body, it doesn't mean that not having that isn't right. Like, I don't even know. They always say like, you snap right back, you lose all the weight just sheds off when breastfeeding. Not for everyone, okay? And I have finally been hearing that from other people in the air. The Mommy's Tell-All podcast with Jade Tolbert, she was just talking that was not the case for her. So that makes me feel much better because I was like, what the heck is happening? I thought this was supposed to be the opposite. And with Weston, I needed to remind myself. With Weston, afterwards, it finally kind of started to come down. I would rather have the weight all the way up to a year plus and breastfeed versus stop breastfeeding just because I want my weight to come off, you know? I never even got into the weight stuff, shoot. Before I got pregnant, I was like 115, 118. I'd go back and forth, sometimes 113 actually. That's what I got pregnant at. So with my first, I gained 41 pounds, got up to 156, and then with Jet, I gained just about the same amount. I got up to like 153, I believe, with him. Then like right after having him, I was like 140, 145 like the whole time. 153 minus 145. which is like 8 pounds. That was like literally his body, like my placenta, and like that's it, like extra water. Like I didn't like lose hardly any at all right after delivering him. I hear these women, they're like, I had lost 15 pounds, like my baby and all this stuff. No, I had only lost 8 pounds for like the first 3 months or something, and I borrowed my grandma's scale, like old little scale with a number, and it just like got to me and upset me so much seeing that I still was only -8 and like at my 6-week postpartum. And then when I went in, not the cancer scare, I don't want to say that, but like when I went in then at like 3 months or whatever, I told the doctor then, I'm like, I feel like I'm in someone else's body. Like I've never seen this number on the scale. It is pretty upsetting. Like I don't fit into things the same way. I don't look the same, and it's kind of like discouraging a little bit. And she was like, really? Well, I think you look great. And she probably says that to everyone. I gave the scale back to my grandma. Here, I only had it because I needed to see Wesson's or Jet's weight, like a rough estimate for the doctor, the pediatrician, which he's still a little peanut. He's still in the 0 percentile. He is 12 pounds, 14.5 ounces. Now that I'm like 6 months postpartum and I have this scale, for the last like month and a half we've been using this, I've been kind of been around the same amount, but I'm like 135 to like 130, like in that range. Usually I think I'm just like a slow shedder. My pelvic floor changes. I think my pelvic floor is fine. I don't have like pee when I sneeze or anything like that. I don't really know, though I probably should be doing some Kegels. The guilt of feeling like down on your body, I don't love, because I never had really before, but I'm also happy that I've experienced like that understanding, and I can understand that better. And like my last postpartum video, I was just like able to be really like postpartum body videos, able to be really positive, a lot of positive self-affirmations and all that, and I truly do believe that, and I still do today. It's not like I cry at night or I'm really upset with myself, because I'm actually not, like I really am not, but it is just the bit that I can honestly say, it is weird looking in the mirror and seeing just a different body is all, but I have my beautiful babies because of that too, so I clearly get that, I understand that, and it's okay to like finally see these numbers change and be like, oh, like yay, like a little bit of self-confidence, you know? Okay, the body. Let's show you guys the body. What you guys want to see. Okay, so here we are. I'm just gonna go right into it. Here's my body. Hey, we're going right into it. This is not flexing at all. Straight on. Let me turn. See that? See that? See that? I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Okay, so this is way different. Again, not flexing. Now I'm flexing, you guys. It is very different. Okay, we're gonna turn. That's flexing, not flexing. And then, yeah, and also I want to say, like, that's me with like clothes on, so it looks so good. And like, remember guys, angles, lighting. Let me turn the lighting up a little bit. Lighting, angles, you can like change like a whole lot, you know. But let's go in and show you guys like all the differences. So I have like pudge here, which is totally okay, but it is just also different, and it's okay. Here I just always naturally have these lines. I think it's just, I don't even necessarily think it's abs. I think it's just how my body is. And what is really different, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I do have my my abs up here are coming back. They have been for quite some time, and I have that line. But down here is just where it's different. So my belly button, I see pregnant women that have like loose skin around their belly button. Mine doesn't have that, but I do have like just like some extra skin, or maybe not. I don't really know. Maybe that's just like the fat or some, I don't know. But I do hold like there. Can you tell there? It's just like more, it's soft. Maybe that's fat and not necessarily extra skin. I don't know. People that know about the body, let me know so I can learn. But, okay, do you see that here? Like that angle there, that's a good shot of it. I was so interested in this, and I still am, and it's still here. So it's like a line, and then it comes up. It's like a perfect like U. I didn't have that with Wesson, and now I have that. Like that's gotta just be like where my skin had to grow to house Jet in there or something. When I have like extra milk, I will rub that in there. Micro needling I hear is good too. So there's my stretch marks on that side, the ones that I got with Jet. So yeah, that's my body. And I think over time that honestly will tone up and the softness will go away. But Do we see the line? That's my body, you guys. Looking down, it looks different. It is different. And now flexing again. Yeah, get swole. Oh, I was able to put on my little jeans again. I was so excited about that. Now when I sat down, I had to unbutton those suckers. Okay, that is a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You definitely want this beautiful scale.